And we are live. Welcome to the process. It is Tuesday, December 21st. I'm Josh Engelman, and I'm here to break down a nice, easy 5-game Tuesday slate. I think this one's going to be pretty pedestrian for us, so I'm pretty excited. If you have the opportunity right now, and I think that you guys do, it's the holiday season, do a little bit of giving. Give this video a like. It would help me out a ton. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Interesting slate. Last night, I did not play it. My parents got into town yesterday, right basically at the start of the deeper dive, so at like 5:30. So we were just doing family stuff yesterday. Taking a look at what went down. Big one. Big one out of DeJounte Murray and Joel Embiid. Murray going for 67.9 FanDuel points in 31 minutes. 2.17 FanDuel points per minute. Embiid, monstrous day. Couple big center days. Embiid was exceptional. Rudy Gobert was exceptional. Jakob Poeltl was exceptional. Halliburton did exactly what you needed him to do yesterday. Fun slate all around. But we're on to the next one here on this little 5-gamer. It'd be nice to break down. We've got more football tonight, so prize pools on FanDuel a little bit limited, which isn't the best deal in the world. We'll take whatever we can get. Guys, it's nice to see everybody in chat. A lot of good mornings, a lot of happy people here, a lot of coffee cups. Feels great. I'm happy to have everybody here. We got 2 more to go this week after this one before we take a nice 3-day weekend leading into Christmas, so it should be fun. There were just so many center options yesterday. Embiid, Gobert, Draymond, if you want to call him a center, Poeltl. I know I saw somebody else that had a decent day. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh yeah, Metu was, solid, but not a center on DraftKings. Oh, yeah, down goes Caruso, too. Saw that. I didn't see too much, though, last night. Just tried to catch up on it this morning as much as I could, but let's catch up on today. Let's get this bad boy started. I've got my coffee. It feels incredibly necessary. I was deeply asleep today when the alarm went off, which was not fun. I was feeling good, though. I was really comfortable, and then all of a sudden it was 5:30 and I was incredibly sad to wake up because I was exactly where I wanted to be. Although I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that each morning if you're going to meet me here at 6:30. So I've got my coffee. I hope you guys do as well. Whatever you got, coffee, tea, water, beer, shots, whatever your morning drink du jour is, cheers to you guys. Rise and grind. There it is right there. Rise and grind. Let's get this done. Yeah, that was the one that I missed. Enos Freedom, 40 minutes last night. I knew there was something. Just didn't go crazy. All right, let's switch this trend. Let's transition over here. Bang. We shall start. Other bang. And then, peep the banner, top of the screen. PrizePicks, the presenting sponsor of this video. Go to awesemo.com/prizepicks-promo, which we should figure out and make easier. 1 free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum and a $100 instant match deposit bonus. We've got free tools on the website that will help you out. You're making player prop cards. You're not worried about sharks or optimizers. Make a 5-person player prop card, across sports even if you want to. It's not going to get a lot easier than that for you. You get free tools at awesemo.com and up to $100 on your first deposit. Here we go, folks. Game time. It's on. Breaking it down, and this one honestly feels pretty familiar for those of you that have been watching this show since we started at the beginning of the season. The Indiana Pacers, the first team leading it all off. No line. Oh, sorry, that's not true. No side here. It's an even split. It's a pick 'em. 208.5 total. Indiana in Miami. Malcolm Brogdon is in. No TJ Warren, no TJ McConnell. So we're starting this off in basically the easiest way possible. We know what we get out of Indiana. And for right now, that's exactly what we're going to do. They don't have really weird rotations or anything crazy. This is a team that we can predict pretty easily. And that's what we're doing. So I don't really think that I have anything that I need to change here other than maybe knocking down. Nope, that's actually not true. I got to take Keelan Martin out of this rotation and replace him with who? Jeremy Lamb? Jeremy Lamb. So let's do something like this. And then that, this, and this. There we go. I think maybe 23 minutes for Justin Holiday is not nearly enough. We'll actually bring that down, or bring that up to 26. Now we're locked and loaded. Eight game. I have no idea. You would have to email support at awesemo.com. They could let you know. I don't know anything about that stuff. Congrats, though, by the way. That's really awesome. Wait, you tweeted about it, right? I'm pretty sure I read that tweet this morning. I did. Not enough people in that Yahoo contest. You need at least 5,000. So that I actually do know. All right, Indiana done. Easy rotation. Miami not going to be as easy, if I had to guess. No Jimmy Butler, no PJ Tucker, who's been fantastic this year for the Heat. No Bam, no Markieff Morris, no Caleb Martin. Q-tag on Tyler Hero. Do we know anything about Tyler Hero for today? Because it's obviously important. It's missed 3 straight games. They do have shoot around. So, not much we could really look into. I'm going to assume that Hero is playing today. So let's project this Miami team as if Hero is playing. Immediately, we're giving Kyle Lowry 37 minutes. Dwayne Dedmon, I think we're going to go in for 27 minutes. No PJ Tucker is a legitimate issue here. Who would they be willing to play at the 5 in a non-PJ Tucker lineup? Or in a non-Duncan Robinson-Yurtseven lineup? Who's tall on this team? Miami Heat. So I want to make sure that I can think about this logically. So next tallest guy is KZ Okpala, because obviously we don't expect Udonis Haslem to play. So KZ Okpala would be the nominal center in this scenario. Okay. Feels like we need to, like, that's not going to happen, and they're going to go 28-20 or something like that, Dedmon and Yurtseven. So that's what I'm going to do for right now. If we're to assume Tyler Hero is playing, I don't know, 30 minutes, coming back off of a lower body injury, I don't want to go too crazy. Gabe Vincent is pretty well locked into 30 minutes at the very least. Duncan Robinson seems pretty locked into 30 minutes. Man, we're slowly but surely bumping people up the positional ladder, which is kind of crazy. So I'm going to end up giving a bunch of these minutes, and then I'm going to have to just start moving everything to the right, because I don't I don't know who the natural 4 is. I mean, obviously it's got to be KZ Okpala. And if there's no PJ Tucker, it's going to be a lot. Udonis Haslem could conceivably play today if they needed him to. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go 24 minutes to Okpala. How tall is Marcus Garrett? All right, so Marcus Garrett's 6'5". Strus is 6'5". Those are the last two guys I have here. Max Strus is playing, at least 30 minutes, it seems. So now we want to think about bumping people's minutes up. So I want to go to 31 on Gabe Vincent, 31 on Duncan Robinson. I'm going to stick on 30 on Hero. I want to give Strus, I don't know, 28, 11 to Garrett. So we're going to slowly move these guys down the positional spectrum. Nailed it. I guess that's going to be how it has to be for Miami. We're going to need updated rates if Hero is back. So let's handle that piece. No Bam. No Butler. Oh, that coffee is tasting exceptional. Exceptional. All right. Lowry. No Bam. No Jimmy. This season, 22.5% usage rate. Monstrous assist rate. Not as many rebounds. Tyler Hero in this same scenario, 30% usage rate. Pretty much the same person otherwise. Everybody else, I'm assuming, is just going to fall in line without making any changes. So as long as we don't see any crazy rates. Deadman rebounding goes up. It's not really a surprise. Don't think I need to change anything else here. So let's look at this first game. Indiana at Miami. For Indiana, standard issue stuff. Better pricing on FanDuel. We've got Brogdon, 7,800, looking slightly better than he does on DraftKings. We've got Domantas Sabonis, 9K on FanDuel, obviously looking decent. And then 10,600 on DraftKings, looking less than decent. Karis LeVert, just playing monster minutes as of late. I think that I'm probably under projecting him and still looks pretty good on FanDuel at 6,500, less so at 7,800. Gambit, yes, I did see the Dallas signed Marquise Chris. Miles Turner, 6,500 and 6,800. Both of those things look okay. O'Shea Brissett, if you want to roll the dice on the DK side, 3,500 on DraftKings. I don't think is all that crazy. Do I have him with too many minutes? Is that what's causing that? No. Okay, just checking. On the Miami side, Kyle Lowry, 7,800 on FanDuel, 8,700 on DraftKings is probably the best option here. Dwayne Dedman looks better on DK than he does on FanDuel, 5,300 there. The rest of Miami is a pretty tough sell. It's just not the spot. So we move on. Game number 2. Detroit Pistons, 9.5 point dogs. I almost said 6. That's a 9. 9.5 point dogs, 207 total against the Knicks. This one's going to be gross, isn't it? So no Jeremy Grant, no Kelly Olynyk. We know that. Diallo in, Corey Joseph in, whoever Chris Smith is also out. So this one's generally easy. I'm going to start their entire rotation from scratch just because I feel like I haven't had my hands on Detroit in a while. So we'll start at point guard. I'll be Killian Hayes. Hayes, minutes are all over the map, but generally in a competitive game, I'm expecting him to play like 27 minutes and then Corey Joseph to be the backup point guard. Beef stew, we're calling it maybe 30. Trey Lyles backup 18. So far, so good here. Sadiq Bey just plays 35 36 minutes a game at this point again. So let's go ahead and pop that in. Cade, honestly, whatever position we decide Cade is going to be today, he could just have those minutes. We're going to pop him in for 35. Frank Jackson seems pretty firm around 24. Hamidou Diallo seems pretty firm around 24. We're missing Saben Lee, maybe? I guess. I mean, Saben Lee played even when Corey Joseph came back. So maybe Saben Lee is the backup point guard in this scenario. I mean, we got Hayes, Joseph, and Lee playing 63 total minutes. So they're willing to play alongside each other, obviously. Pretty aggressively, too. So I guess it's just him and then some spillover to, like, Luka Garza, maybe? All right, I'll give Saben Lee 21. Luka Garza gets 5. So Cade is sort of like the 4 on this team at some point in time, right? Which is kind of weird, but he is sort of the biggest next guy out of everybody. 27? Yeah, God, doing math is so hard. We'll go Diallo here. And then we're going to say Corey Joseph just plays the 2, which I don't think he does. Yeah, the Pistons aren't very good. So we've got Cade in for 35 minutes, Isaiah Stewart in for 30, Saddiq Bey in for 35. They should be the biggest pieces here. In particular, Saddiq Bey is about to be a real big problem. We'll get to Detroit in a second, but a lot of value here on Detroit. On the Knicks side, this is probably not going to be good either, is it? No, it's not. Okay. No RJ Barrett, no Quickly. We don't know the status on Rose. No Toppin, no Miles McBride, no Quentin Grimes, no Kevin Knox. Kemba is probably starting. Matt Mooney and Damian Dotson have been signed. I'm going to pretend like that doesn't matter yet. So I'm going to assume that Kemba starts as he did this last time out. He played 37 minutes. That was with no Rose as well. I'm also going to assume that Derrick Rose is playing. So let's give Kemba 28 minutes. We'll split the center minutes 24-24. We're going to need to give Derrick Rose, if he's playing, I'm going 32 minutes right now just to be safe. We know Julius Randle is going to play 36 minutes at the very least. Sotex, what are you talking about? Alec Burks is going to play 36 minutes. Fournier probably going to play a healthy... Wow, they played Taj alongside Noel and Robinson, eh? That's how shorthanded they were. That's interesting. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Sotex, you are wrong, I think. Yeah, I think Kemba's okay. I mean, he's been playing he played all year, so he got benched for being Kemba. All right, 32 minutes for Fournier. I'm going to go like 12 for Taj because, hold on. Noel, wait, did they go to overtime here? No. Noel, Robinson, Taj, Julius Randle. Okay, so they were willing to play I guess we're going to say Julius Randle at the 3 in this scenario, which is interesting. So we'll bump Taj up to 16. I'll give Wayne Selden 12 minutes. If they're going to play Damian, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they played Damian Dotson, considering he's familiar with this Knicks team. But I think that we can handle the Knicks right now, and I don't really think that we need to change any rates. Although Kemba's getting some sort of usage bump, so maybe we do need to look at it. We've got some time. So let's say we're taking RJ Barrett off and quickly off. And that should cover me for anything weird. So we'll say in this situation, only 149 minutes. We'll get Randall to his 28. Kemba has played 45 minutes like this. I'm not bumping his usage rate that high. Fournier gets back to 20. Rose holds. I'm going to sneeze. Whew. Couldn't sneak it out. That woke me up. I mean, Kemba is about to be very in play on DraftKings. Let's talk through this game because I think it's important. So for the Pistons, Cade Cunningham is 7,700 on FanDuel. I think he looks really good. He's 8,600 on DraftKings. Sadiq Bey, 5,200 on FanDuel. Looks really, really good. He's 6,500 on DraftKings. Looks less good. Isaiah Stewart, 5,600 and 5,100. Happy to get him on both sites. I think Hayes and Diallo are GPP flyers. On the Knicks side, though, Kemba Walker, 5,200 on DraftKings. Looks like a really solid option. Alec Burks is going to be my favorite guy here. 5,600 for Burks on FanDuel. 7,600 on DraftKings. Julius Randle is $1,500 cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings today. Derrick Rose is $700 cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. So Randle, Burks, Rose, Fournier, Walker, depending on the site. You can always flip a coin between Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens Noel and hope you get that question right, too. Oddly enough, lots to like in the Pistons-Knicks game. 112 viewers, 60 likes. Not going to be enough, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Helps us out tremendously. Helps me out tremendously. Portland. 1-point favorite in New Orleans. What do we know for this Portland team? Q-tag on Dame. No CJ. No Zeller. What do we know about Dame? So, Portland, Dame. I'm going to assume he plays. No real way around that assumption for right now, so. Let's go ahead and make some adjustments here to Portland, which we probably don't have to do. I mean, they've run the same rotation over the past couple games. We got Nurk in for 29 minutes. I think that fits. I got Larry Nance in for 29 minutes. I think that fits. I got Robert Covington in for 29 minutes. I think that fits. I got 30 on Nas Little. Sure. 37 on Powell. 37 on Lillard. 16 on McLemore. I got 30 on Anthony Simons. That has not been the case these past two games. I don't totally know where else to put those minutes, though. Because the two games prior to that, he did play them. So let's go down to 17. And I'm just going to give a couple minutes to Tony Snell. But a lot to like for Portland here against New Orleans. No surprises there. But normal rotations there for Portland. If Dame is in. Gambit, I live in North Carolina, so in terms of normal legal sports books, I gotta be a little weirder for it. So no, not really. Demetrius, good to have you here, man. Welcome, welcome. All right, for the Pels. Everybody that's normally available is available, so I don't think that we have a ton that we're going to be changing here for New Orleans. Same rotation as usual, it seems. Don't think I mean, maybe a couple extra minutes to Devontae Graham if this is competitive, but I think we're where we want to be. Yeah, I'm just going to move forward with this. Easy game. Portland, if Dame is in, 8,600 for Dame. I'm going to go to him for sure. 9,800 on DraftKings. I like Norm Powell across both sites, 6,300, 6,400. Nas Little for 4,200 on DraftKings. That's $1,500 cheaper than he is on FanDuel. Love it. I think there's a monstrous upside here for Nurk on both sites. Larry Nance, 4,600 on DraftKings is a nice value. Even Covington and Simons on DraftKings are worth flyers. On the Pel side, I probably don't get a ton. I rarely do. Ingram, Hart, Joval, Devontae Graham, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, all looking pretty similar on DraftKings relative to salary. Joval, 7,800 on FanDuel, probably the best option there. Ingram, sure. Not a ton to love for New Orleans. More a lot of likes. More likes than loves. And then we go to Minnesota. 2 games to go. Minnesota 1-point favorites in Dallas. I assume Porzingis is questionable, which is going to be annoying. All right, so no Beverly, Edwards, Vanderbilt, Prince, Okogie. They signed Rajon Tucker and Chris Silva. So we'll see if that matters yet. I'll delete this entire rotation. This one's going to be not easy to do. So we'll start, obviously, Towns in 35 minutes. Naz Reid backup. That part's easy. Welcome to 7 o'clock. 72 likes. We're not even close to the 100 mark, guys. All right. Point guard is going to be some combination of Jalen Noel and Jordan McLaughlin, I assume, and Bolmaro. So Noel, probably the guy. Maybe we go like 26 here. And then, wow, Bolmaro didn't play here either, which is interesting. Oh, no, that makes sense. Beverly was still in. All right. Who else do we know we need to get in? All right, Malik Beasley is definitely going to be playing like 31 minutes. I want to get everybody in here that we know is going to like be high up the list. Jaden McDaniels as well. He's going to be playing, 31 minutes or something along those lines. D'Angelo Russell is going to play like 34 minutes. So we got 70 minutes left to split between Bolmaro, additional time for Naz Reid. I think Jaden McDaniels is just going to be basically the 4 here. We're going to move Malik Beasley to the 3. I'm going to say Noel at 26 minutes. We're going to say Bolmaro at... We're going to say Jordan McLaughlin at 15. Bolmaro at 17. That leaves me 31 minutes for Jake Layman, maybe? That feels like he's the next guy up. Yeah, feels like Jake Layman. I mean, I would play Rajon Tucker. I'm a fan of his, but I can't hypothesize that Rajon Tucker is going to play today. Might. Certainly might. Yeah, let's give 18 minutes to Layman. I need one last guy. Nathan Knight works. He's going to be a fill-in here. Not here, Sean. Not here. They don't pay me, so I don't care about them. Dallas, opposite side. I don't even want to see this one. Yeah, I figured as much. No Luka, no Reggie Bullock, no Willie Cauley-Stein. Kristaps Porzingis is questionable. Maxey is out. They've signed Marquise Chris. They've signed Theo Pinson. No Josh Green. Here goes nothing. So clearly we have to assume right now that Kristaps Porzingis is playing until we find out that he is not. But I don't like this one. But for right now, we have to assume that Porzingis is playing. That's really the only way to do this. I'm going to need to get both of these things on the screen at the same time like I did yesterday. So let's get Dallas in here. I want to do it the opposite way. There we go. Let's drag this down. There we go. Much better. Let's go something like that. Nope, that's not it. Where'd it go? There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's figure out this Dallas situation. So, no Willie Cauley-Stein. We do have Dwight Powell. We know what we get out of Dwight Powell. I'm going to say 20 minutes in this spot. I'm going to assume we get in a rotation of Marquise Chris. And that's not him. That's Moses Brown. Nah, maybe we don't get a rotation of Marquise Chris. Maybe we do. I don't know. Jay, I don't think about it at all, no matter what. All right, we will give Boban a rotation. And we will give Moses Brown a rotation. Then we get Kristaps Porzingis in for 30 minutes. Jalen Brunson is obviously just in for the full Megillah. Dorian Finney-Smith is in for 36. Tim Hardaway Jr. is in for 36. We have no Bullock, no Kleber. Sterling Brown is back, so we have to assume that he's playing. Backup point guard is Trey Burke, who very easily could be playing 20 minutes. So that part's easy. Who we missing here? So we want to get Sterling. We want to get Ntilikina in, maybe? No, he's just like not actually playing now. That's fair. Sterling Brown in for 20. That leaves me one additional spot and 22 minutes. So I've got a lot of room to project somebody else in here. Ja'Cory McLaughlin played. It's another point guard. I don't think that helps really all that much here. It wouldn't surprise me if Theo Pinson played a little bit more. Or actually played here. Just because he used to be with Dallas, it's a little bit easier of a transition. But that's 9 guys. I mean, technically it's like 8 because we don't really know what Boban and Moses Brown are going to do. I don't really know who to give these minutes to. Probably like nobody of that's real. Let's get Theo Pinson added in here. So I'm going to give Theo Pinson 11 minutes. I'm just going to go to a larger rotation here. And I'm going to give McLaughlin 11 minutes. I don't think it matters all that much. What we're really worried about here are Tim Hardaway, Kristaps Porzingis, Jalen Brunson, Dorian Finney-Smith. So in this game, Minnesota, Towns looks great on FanDuel, 9,900 on, wow, same price on both sites, 9,900 on both. I like it. D'Angelo Russell, 7,900 on FanDuel, 7,700 on DraftKings. I think he looks good on both sites. Malik Beasley for 4,800 on DraftKings looks really good. Jalen Noel for 3,300 on DraftKings. Value point guard. It's there for you. I think Marquise Chris only matters if Kristaps Porzingis is out. Otherwise, they don't have any need for minutes at the 4 and the 5. They're more than covered there. On the Dallas side, Brunson, 7,300, 7,400. Just very, very good when no Luka. Tim Hardaway Jr., 6,100 on DK, shooting guard, small forward. He's going to end up being one of the better plays of the day. Dorian Finney-Smith for 5K is a nice value. You know, if you want to play Porzingis, that's fine. I don't love it, especially if he's a little sore, but there's certainly a ceiling there. 88 likes, 131 viewers. Let's get up to that 100 mark. We're about to close this one out. Phoenix Suns, 7-point favorites in LA. We'll start on the Phoenix side. I know that we have Devin Booker back, so I'm going to need to redo the Phoenix rotation. But are they missing anybody? Just Abdel Nader. Cool. Chandler Hutchinson with the G League. That's a distinction. All right, I'm going to cut this entire rotation just because it's easier to rebuild from scratch. We've got DeAndre Ayton in, I'm going to say 32 minutes. JaVale in for 16. Chris Paul in for 33 minutes. Backup point guard, Cam Payne. We've got Mikal Bridges in for 34. Jay Crowder in for 28. Cam Johnson in for 22. Shamet in for 16. Devin Booker in for 32. We get a little bit more run going to campaign. I've got 6 minutes left over. Come on down, Elfrid Payton. That's easy. We do need to change all of the rates for Phoenix, considering that all assumes Devin Booker isn't playing. That's an easy fix, however. $4 a.m. on the best coast. Ugh, I'm jealous. All right, we'll start with Devin Booker. This season, 30% usage rate, 30.5% usage rate, I guess. Other rates are the same. Chris Paul, a little bit lower on the old usage rate. Assist rate, though, up even higher this year. DeAndre Ayton, 21% usage rate. Can't go that high. We'll bump it a bit, though. And we'll give him a little bit of bumpsy on the rebounding rate. Jay Crowder, we kind of know what we're getting out of Jay Crowder. And then Mikal Bridges, 13% usage rate. Assist rate looks fine. Rebounding rate looks fine. Mikal Bridges just pops for me, always. And then we move it on to just a truly dreadful team, the Los Angeles Lakers. What's really crazy? You know what's going to be really crazy? When they win the NBA title. But for today, no Avery Bradley, no Anthony Davis, no Dwight Howard, no Talen Horton-Tucker, no Austin Reeves, no Malik Monk, no Kendrick Nunn, no Kent Bazemore, Jamario Jones, and Mason Jones. They're bringing in the Joneses, trying to keep up, I guess. Okay, well, let's get in everybody that we know needs to be in. So, LeBron James, I'm just going 36 minutes here. Russell Westbrook, 36 minutes. Those are the first two pieces that are incredibly easy to handle. There's so many guys on this Lakers team that their depth chart still covers up everything I need to see, which isn't helpful at all. I'm warming up to playoff Lakers if they're willing to treat Russ on offense like he's PJ Tucker in the half court. You let Russ run in transition like a madman. If you're in the half court set, you park his ass in the corner and just let him shoot corner threes. I think there's a path there. Russ on, LeBron on, AD at center, plus 11 per 100 possessions right now. As bad as it seems, as bad as it's been, when push comes to shove, they've been able to do it with those three guys on when they're not playing with another center. That's their path to pay dirt in the playoffs. Russ stands in the corner. Wayne Ellington and Trevor Ariza and Malik Monk space the floor, and you hope for the best. The path is there. I can see it. It just feels incredibly unlikely. All right, 20 minutes going to DeAndre Jordan. Wayne Ellington seems like he's just playing 32 minutes today, and that's just going to be how this works. No, you're SMP. You're misremembering. You're thinking of above the break threes that get fully unguarded. He's making his corner threes this season and last year. Nobody's leaving people on corner threes in that particular instance. That's why it's interesting. Look at this. We're going to do this right now because we've got some time. Trust me, I'm the biggest Russ hater you're going to find. But it's a little different. 48%, limited volume. Let's be clear here. Limited volume. 48% on corner threes this year, 41% last year. This matters. If they're willing to jam his ass in that corner on a half-court possession, if he's shooting 35% from the corner, that changes everything about the Lakers if he's willing to do it. That's their path to success right there. Russell Westbrook, half-court offense, corner threes. Can't do it any other way. If he's going to shoot non-corner threes, that dude doesn't make shit. But there is a path right here. It's this, and it's letting him run the fast break. Whether or not it works, whether or not he's willing to do it, I don't know. Morning, Spencer. All right, we get 20 minutes to Rondo. So, who's the backup five here? We've got DeAndre Jordan playing 20 minutes. I guess it's going to be LeBron, right? Are they going to play? I mean, I guess it's nominally Melo as well, if that's what you want to say. I think it's going to be LeBron and Melo. So let's do 30 and 6. Let's do... Who else could it be? Oh, they have so many guards. I mean, are they going to play Jamario Jones? ABCD. We're arguing the same thing. I don't think they're going to win shit at all. This is going to flame out 1,000,000%. That is my actual stance. I have no confidence in the Lakers doing anything. We're not saying something different. All I'm saying is I can see the path to it working and what they need to do it. It's the only path they have. But if we look at this is Russ on, LeBron on, AD at center. They're plus 12.2 points per 100 possessions over 395. That works and has worked this season. They're a elite offense. They are an above average defense. This can be what works. But they need to be a team that parks DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard on the bench for as much as possible. This is the playoff rotation that they need. I mean, look, again, I hate Russ. It's working with those three guys on when they're playing the positions they're supposed to play. That's what matters. If they're playing a regular center, they're fucked. They can't do what I'm saying. That has to be with AD at the 5. It works. It's just gross. It feels bad. That I agree with. This is ridiculous. All right, so Ariza, how many minutes can Trevor Ariza play right now? That's a legitimate question. They do not need a point guard, C-Dollar. They need people that can defend anyone and shoot threes. That is all they need. That is all they need. I'm going to go 18 to Trevor Ariza, I guess. Oh my God, I forgot they're going to have to play Isaiah Thomas and Russell Westbrook alongside each other for a ton of minutes. Isaiah Thomas sucks. Sucks so hard. All right, so I guess Russ is just sort of like the 2 now. All right, who the hell is getting the rest of these minutes? What's a Chandi Brown? I don't think a Russ, AD, LeBron lineup is crazy when you have AD at the 5 with 2 shooters. And I hate Russ. But you can make that work. If that's Russ, Talen Horton-Tucker, LeBron, AD, and then I guess Wayne Ellington is probably your best option here. If you want to make it Trevor Ariza, that's fine. That's a really good defense outside of Russ. It's enough spacing if you're parking Russ in the corner. It's there. It's there. So is Chandi Brown going to be the dude that's just playing here? I can't just do that. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J. Let's get Jamario Jones locked and loaded here. And then we want to add Mason Jones. Oh, I already have Mason Jones. Let's give Mason Jones 8 minutes. And then we'll give 14 good old Chandi. All right, rates. I think I do need to fix because I had AD on when I got here. So Davis off. It helps that I wouldn't be surprised if they could do it in the West. I don't know who, like, I guess the Suns are really the only problem here. But, well, like, everybody knows that AD should play at the 5. I don't think that he should be playing at the 5 all that much in the regular season. I have no issue with that. You want to get people time. All right, Lakers, no AD. Let's change these rates, and then we're going to be running some optimals. Russ, 29% usage rate with no AD. LeBron, 29% usage rate with no AD. Neither one of these guys have like a particularly good assist rate, which is interesting. You would think LeBron's rebounds would go up. They don't. You would think Russ's rebounds would go up. They don't. Isaiah Thomas just played 50 minutes in this scenario, 21% usage rate. Bankroll, is that to me? I don't even know who you're referencing. If it's Russ, I'm right. He sucks. It's a true statement. You can mellow up to 20. That probably locks in everybody else. I think that's it for the Lakers. I think we're just sort of good here. Tough team on the Phoenix side. Bridges, Paul, Booker, Ayton all look pretty similar on FanDuel. On DraftKings, they just don't look all that good. Crowder's okay. Not a lot to like here for Phoenix. I thought it would be a little bit better. On the Lakers side, I don't know, $9,800 Russ on FanDuel. I guess. 4K Isaiah Thomas on DraftKings, unfortunately. $4,600 Carmelo Anthony on DraftKings, I guess. I'm a lot less worried about the Jazz in the playoffs right now. I mean, I'm worried, don't get me wrong. But I still think they have the same problems they had before, which is that they don't have any point of attack defenders. And they're just going to get blown by and give up 3 after 3. That actually fits well against the Lakers, but I don't have a lot of hope for the Jazz. All right, I think that's it. Let's run some crunches, everybody. Yeah, I mean, I said that he's a good value play. That doesn't mean he doesn't suck, because he sucks. He's terrible at basketball. He's a terrible, terrible NBA player. That changes nothing about his outlook for a DFS spot today. But I'm not going to go around calling Isaiah Thomas good, because he ain't good. All right. Optimal lineup on FanDuel. Dame Lillard, if he plays. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson, Alec Burks, Sadiq Bey, Mikal Bridges, Julius Randle, Isaiah Stewart, Yusuf Nurkic. Full balanced build. Nobody higher than 8,800. I mean, like, that's fine. It looks like shit. Power rankings will be interesting, I guess. What do we got here? Power rankings, FanDuel style. Cool. Looking like Dame if he's in. Top of the power rankings. Damian Lillard, Alec Burks, Cade Cunningham, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, Miles Turner, Karis LeVert, Sadiq Bey, Yusuf Nurkic, D'Angelo Russell, Malcolm Brogdon, Sabonis, Isaiah Stewart. You can see this is all bunched in. Mofo worthy, sure. I will do the Yahoo Optimal. That's because Yahoo Contenders will be out today. So happy to do a Yahoo one for today. Let's go to DraftKings now. On DK, Optimals on DraftKings. Kemba Walker, Jalen Brunson, Jaden McDaniels, Dorian Finney-Smith, Dedmon, D'Angelo Russell, Tim Hardaway, Karl Anthony Towns. 3 Mavs, 3 Wolves, Kemba Walker, and Dedmon. Good luck there. Good luck there. That's the exact same projected score as my number 2, where you could add in Larry Nance and Josh Hart and Jalen Noel and swap out 3 other guys. Kemba, Jaden McDaniels, and Dorian Finney-Smith. Same lineup, 281.2. Both spend $50K. Power rankings on DraftKings. Yeah, I probably have not as little over projected a bit. Oh, maybe not. I've gone for 30 the past 2 games. Playing bigger minutes. Maybe it's not as crazy. All right, DraftKings power rankings. Tim Hardaway Jr. at the top. Jalen Brunson, Nas Little, Josh Hart, Norm Powell, Cat, Lillard, Nance, DFS, Brandon Ingram. That's everybody 20% or higher. And then we will close it out. Thanks to Mofo Worthy for the reminder. Here comes Yahoo, which you guys should be playing at. You will build a better bankroll at Yahoo than you would at FanDuel or DraftKings. You'll build your best bankroll at PrizePicks. Follow the link on the banner at the top. Free month, $100 instant match deposit bonus. That's going to be the spot. Bankroll, probably not. I gave Kemba 28 minutes, I think, with Rose in. Alrighty. Optimal lineup on Yahoo. Derrick Rose, Tim Hardaway, Damian Lillard, Nas Little, Julius Randle, Larry Nance, Towns, Jalen Brunson by a half point. And then we close it out with power rankings. Power rankings on Yahoo. That would be Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Sadiq Bey, Julius Randle, Norm Powell, Russ, Lillard, Ayton, Nance, Nurkic, Hardaway, LeBron, Alec Burks, Josh Hart, D'Angelo Russell, Brandon Ingram, Domantas Sabonis, Mikal Bridges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 guys just at 20%. That's wild. But Towns and Brunson looking like the 2 best plays on Yahoo today. Bam. 5 games up, 5 games down. We took the full hour, but we have a lot to talk about with all of this COVID nonsense. We did get to 100 likes, which makes me feel pretty good. So thank you guys for that. I think we're done here, everybody. Contenders videos will be out in a bit. Strategy show with myself and Adam breaking down these 5 games will be up at 10 o'clock. That's it for me. I don't have any other content today. I'm not going to have updates later today, going out to dinner with my family. So it's going to be few and far between this holiday season until we come back out the other side of Christmas, at which point we will get back to normal and I will really start cranking out the afternoon content. So guys, thank you for being here. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. Good luck tonight. Win a little bit of money. We're back here tomorrow and every day that there's NBA games during a work week. This is the process.